Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Steven.
大家好，我是 Bernice.
Today's date is March the 9th. For the next 2 days, we're going to be looking at pages 22 to 25 under Just So You Know. And the title of today's article is The Quiet Power of Umamori.
这个老师一听到 Stephen 老师的翻译，就怎么很像日文？没错，我们今天呢，这个生活快递里面呢，就是要来告诉同学，有一个东西呢，在日本呢，就是可以用来保护你的一个东西，我们叫御守。所以这个小小的御守，却带来我们一种很安静、大大的力量。
A must-buy Japanese souvenir.
而且它是一个日本，你去日本一定要买的一个 souvenir， 就是我们讲的纪念品。
Let's find out more about Umamori.
Yeah.
The quiet power of omamori. Omamori are small cloth pouches that people carry as traditional Japanese amulets. They are believed to bring good fortune and protection. Most omamori come with a small strap, allowing them to be easily attached to personal items. They can be bought at shrines or temples and come in various shapes, sizes, and prices. The colorful cloth cover of an omamori hides a prayer written on paper or wood inside. Each one is blessed by a priest before being offered for sale. Different types of omamori are available to meet people's various needs. Students often pray for academic success. Travelers wish for safe journeys. Families hope for good health. And businesses seek prosperity. There are specific rules to follow when you use omamori. The most important one is never to open the pouch. Looking inside causes the prayer to lose power and prevents the omamori from bringing good luck. Some people believe omamori expire after being carried for 1 year. Instead of throwing it away, you should return your omamori to the original place where you obtained it. However, if it is too far to visit, you can bring your omamori to another shrine or temple that accepts omamori from elsewhere.
Omamori are small cloth pouches that people carry as traditional Japanese amulets.
好，一开始当然先介绍一下，到底这个御守是个什么样的东西呢？他说，其实它是一种小小的用布做的，记得这个字念成 cloth， 那个 th 的音几乎听不太见了哈。所以那个小小的一个 pouch， 我们原本以前学 pouch 是那个 kangaroo 有没有？前面那个放小宝宝的地方。
Yeah.
那但这边是不是啊？就是说一个小布袋就对了哈。所以它是一个布制的一个这个小小的一个袋子，就是可以放一些小东西的。那这个小小的这个布袋呢，是 that 用这个冠带来形容这个小布袋啦，就是人们就可以随身的携带它，然后当成一个所谓日本传统的一个护身符。
Yes, so 护身符 is amulet.
Yeah.
It's a small object that is believed to have magical powers to protect us from evil and bad things.
没错。
Okay, so usually people carry them with them to protect them or to bring them good luck. Okay, and the first time we're seeing this word officially in this article, omamori. So that's why it's italicized for the first time. But since we are already going to know this word later on in the article, it won't be italicized later on. They are believed to bring good fortune and protection.
对，因为我们刚才讲了嘛，它既然呢是一种所谓的这个随身携带的护身符的话呢，那当然 they are believed to， 我们知道就是人们，这个 they 就是指前面刚才讲的这个御守了哈。这个御守呢，被人们所相信说呢，他们可以对我们这个人呢带来一些幸运、好运，甚至还有保护的功用。
Yeah, and we're saying that they are believed to bring this good fortune and protection because we can't prove for a fact scientifically that they do 100% bring good fortune. So it's safer to say they are believed to do this. Most omamori come with a small strap, allowing them to be easily attached to personal items.
对，因为刚才他讲了这个小玉手呢，你是可以随身携带在你的身上的。那可是我们要怎么样携带它？因为它要保护我们啊，我们不要把它随时随地乱放或者怎么样就掉了呢。所以大部分的这个玉手呢，其实呢它 come with， 它都伴随着这个里面有一个小小的一个 strap。我们知道这个 strap 就是一个类似像 string 像绳子一样的东西，一个细细长长的这样的一个带子。那这样的一个绳子小挂绳上面呢，就可以让他们，那当然这个他们指的就是我们刚才讲的这一些所谓的这个玉手，可以让这个玉手呢就很容易的可以 be attached to。 我们知道 attach 这个字就是附着在上面的意思，所以就说你可以很容易的就可以附着在，就可以挂在我们的 personal items， 就是我们个人的一些物件上。比如说你可能可以挂在你的手机上面啦，或者放在一个什么样的一个小包包上面啦，所以它就很容易可以 attach， 就可以附着在上面。
So personal just means 个人的 right? An item is a thing, 一个东西. So personal items are things that belong to you personally. You'll usually hear this at the airport. Like you can only carry on one personal item.
Yeah.
Okay, 你只能带一个自己个人的物件。Okay. Another word you might see sometimes is belongings. Okay, it can be easily attached to your belongings. Let's talk about that word for a second. Belong, B-E-L-O-N-G. Okay, 是属于
的意思。
So making it in a noun form, just add an ing.
没错。
Belonging, and that becomes the word that means something that belongs to you. Okay, your personal item. They can be bought at shrines or temples and come in various shapes, sizes, and prices.
好，那我们要在哪边可以买到这些玉手呢？其实跟我们在台湾的一些寺庙是一样，我们寺庙也是会放一些这样类似的护身符啦，所以呢，这些所谓的玉手呢，你可以备买，就在什么地方呢？你就可以在一些他们的日本的神社里面，或者就是一般的寺庙里面。而且呢 coming 我们记得我们讲过，这个 coming 就是物件，然后你如果用 coming 这样的一个片语的意思，就是表示这个东西有着什么样的尺寸啊、颜色啊，所以它们有着很各式各样不同的一些形状也好，这个尺寸跟价格都有。
Yes, and the pronunciation of these words at the end, because it's all in plural form, you have to watch out for. The first one's easy. It's just shape with an S, shapes.
Yeah.
The second one, sizes. Okay, noun as a singular form, it's size. It already has kind of an S kind of like sound, so then that's why you have to go sizes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then price. That ends with an S sound kind of already, even though it's a C. But adding it to make it a plural, you go prices.
对，中间都会有一个 it 这样的短短的音。
Yes. All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
The colorful cloth cover of an omamori hides a prayer written on paper or wood inside.
好，接下来我们就来了解一下这个玉手呢有些什么特别的一些地方了哈。所以他说呢，这个颜色呢，因为是 colorful， 有很多很多的颜色哦，所以它的色彩非常的鲜艳的这样的一个布袋的这个玉手呢，其实它里面呢隐藏着一个什么东西呢 ？Prayer， 很像那个美国的 fortune cookies， 打开来里面有一个 prayer， 一个祈祷文。那这个祈祷文呢，它是把它写在一张纸上背写，所以是写在一张纸上啦，或者是木片上面。
Each one is blessed by a priest before being offered for sale.
而且呢，你写在这个木片上或纸片上面这个祈祷文呢，每一个祈祷文呢，它其实都已经被怎么样呢 ？Be blessed by， 也就是呢，这个 priest 就是在这个寺庙里面的这些所谓的神职人员都有在上面帮你加持了，就是他可能念一些经文啊，好等等等的，所以他们在出售之前拿来卖给你之前呢，都已经由这个神职人员来加持好的。
And then being offered for sale, they could also have written being sold, okay, by a priest before being sold. but offered for sale is just another way. And it does
对。
sound a lot more formal to be offered for sale. So it's
Yeah.
not forcefully selling these things to you.
没错。
Okay. Different types of omamori are available to meet people's various needs.
而且呢，它有不同类型的这样的一个御守哈 ，are available， 就是你都可以买得到，你都可以获得的。所以它为什么有这么样不同的这些类型的御守呢？主要就是要 meet somebody's needs， 就是要满足大家的需求。所以有各式各样不同的人，所以我们要满足这些人的各种需求。
Okay. And then students often pray for academic success. Travelers wish for safe journeys. Families hope for good health. And businesses seek prosperity.
对啦，所以这句话就讲出来了。这些各种的需求有哪一些呢？如果你是学生，当然就是希望怎么样，学业有成。我希望考试都能考得很高分。那如果呢，你是要去旅行的人呢，你则是希望你可以有一个 safe journeys， 就是你可以旅途平安。那如果是家庭呢，当然就是祈求身体健康啦。最后，如果你是企业主的话呢，你当然是希望 prosperity。我们知道这个字就是繁荣兴盛，所以你会希望你的生意兴隆。
Yeah. So here we often talk about when there's a list in English, you have to make sure the first word in that list is going to be consistent. Like you have to use a noun each time or a verb each time or an adjective each time, but you can't switch in between. You can't have a noun in part of that list and then all of a sudden have a verb and then all of a sudden have an adjective. In this list, we're having 4 separate sets of people.
对。
Okay, so each one is a set, like a different group. One is students. The second one is travelers. Third one is families. And the fourth is businesses. Okay, so each of these have like the action or the thing that they're hoping for when they're praying or getting this omamori. Okay, so that's something to pay attention to when you make lists.
没错。
Okay, and here I said students often pray for academic success. So I don't say often.
哦，
Okay?
对，没有踢那个音。
Yeah, but it's acceptable. You can still do that.
对，有时候我们还是会听到一些 native speaker 会把这个题念出来。
Yeah, students often pray for academic success. So academic, anything that has to do with the with relating to education is academic.
没错。
Okay, so academic success means that they can do, they can study well or they can get good grades. Okay. Travelers wish for safe journeys is just saying that they can hope that their whole vacation is going to be safe and sound. Okay, have you
安
heard?
全无虞的意思。
Yeah,
safe
yeah.
and sound.
Safe and sound.
Yes.
And then families hope for good health. That's pretty straightforward. And I want to call attention to the plural form of business. Businesses. Okay, how do you pronounce that? There's so many S's already in the singular form, business. So if you want to make it plural, say businesses.
没错。
Okay, and they seek prosperity. Okay, they look for prosperity. Is that what it means? Kind of. It just means they look forward to, or they try to get this prosperity. So we can use that verb seek. Seek prosperity.
没错。
All right, let's take a short break.
好的。
There are specific rules to follow when you use omamori.
好啦，既然呢，它要达到这个保护这个人的一个作用呢，所以呢，接下来我们就介绍有一些 specific rules， 它有一些特别的规定哦。这些特定的规定呢，是必须你要去遵守的，你要 to follow， 你要 to obey，obey，尤其是当你使用这个御守的时候。
Yeah, and that word in itself, specific, I'm telling you, even a lot of local English speakers, native English speakers have trouble pronouncing that word, especially when it's very fast, or if it's like in the middle of a sentence, and especially when it's in adverb form, specifically.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have trouble pronouncing that, just start with the word Pacific, like 太平洋, Pacific. That's spelled differently, but the pronunciation is the same. Pacific, and then just add an S sound in the beginning. Specific. Okay, that
那个 P 要变成 B 的音。对。
Specific. All right, so specific rules. So practice that over and over until you're used to that sound. Also, the word omamori. If I pronounce it like in American English, I would probably pronounce that last R with a hard R.
哦。
Omamori. Okay. So because it's Japanese, usually the R sound is not as hard
没错。
as American English.
没错。
So that's why I'm pronouncing it omamori.
OK。
Okay. The most important one is never to open the pouch.
好的，这个小小的袋子呢，它这边有一个很重要的事情告诉你，最重要就千万别把它打开。
Looking inside causes the prayer to lose power and prevents the omamori from bringing good luck.
对，为什么不能打开呢？好像 Pandora's box 那个感觉一样。好啦，所以他说，之所以让你不要打开的意思就是说呢，因为你如果往里面看 ，looking inside， 这是一个你的主词，所以这时候你的动词呢，记得要加一个 s 第三人称单数，有可能就会造成呢，这个导致里面本来不是有一个祈祷文吗？这时候你的祈祷文就会失去它的效力了，而且呢，它也会 prevent something from 点点点，就是指阻止、阻碍什么样的东西，也会让你这个御守阻止你的御守呢，没有办法给你带来一些好运。
So prevent something from doing something.
Yes.
Okay, so remember to have the verb after from in the ing form. Okay, some people believe omamori expire after being carried for 1 year.
还有一些人呢，他们则是这么样的相信认为啦，就是说，如果这个御守啊，你带就是把它一直携带在身上嘛，哈，那可能呢，它会 expire。我们知道这 ex 本身就有 out 的意思，后面这个字根原本是 spire，spire 就是有呼吸。那你想想看，你的呼吸跑到外面去了，所以它当然它也有本身有断气的意思啦，哈。不过在这边就是指失效了，哈，你的期限到了。所以呢，你的这个御守有可能就会失效，尤其是在你携带了1年以后。
Yes, and so there's another thing that we see very often, and it's related to the verb expire. It's expiration
对，
date.
没错，就是到期日、有效日。对。
So expiration is spelled E-X-P-I-R-A-T-I-O-N, expiration date. So these omamori have expiration dates.
没错，它有到期日哦。
I never knew that. I think I've had maybe like 2 or 3 omamoris before, like my friends.
我们在台湾如果去寺庙里面祈求的那个一些就是所谓的幸运符也是这样子啊，你这1年过了，其实它这个效果就没有。
Oh my gosh.
对，所以你可能就是要回到寺庙，你要重新的让这个里面的这些人帮你再做一些这个所谓的加持。
Because the omamori that I have, I've just kept my whole life ever since my friends gave it to me. It's more of a sentimental item now, like because it reminds me of the friend who bought it for me.
对啦，对于 Steven 老师来讲，这好像是一个情感上面的一个东西。
Yeah. So maybe like, it has expired and it doesn't really have any more effect on my fortune and my luck and health. But I think just being reminded that my friend bought it for me before.
没错，对，这是一种 friendship 嘛，这是你的友谊的一种象征，所以老师还是一直留着它。
Yeah. And then right now I'm saying omamori, but you can't tell if it's singular or plural. Because this word is not originally English, we tend not to put an S at the end because it's not an English word. But you might hear some people say omamoris. They might make it into an English word. Okay, so both are acceptable. It just depends on how you view this word. Do you still want to see it as a word that's not English, or do you just want to think of it as a word that is in English? So it just depends on your personal preference in this certain situation. Okay? Instead of throwing it away, you should return your omamori to the original place where you obtained it.
对，这就像我们讲的，我们在台湾拿到了一些所谓的护身符，也是这个样子，就是你不能随便说哦，好了，反正1年到了，我就把它丢到垃圾桶里面，不可以。所以他这边说 instead of， 而不是你不能随便就把这个御守给它丢弃。那我们要怎么做呢？他说你应该呢要 return， 就是 take it back。你要把它拿回去，原本你这个求到的这个寓所的那个 original 原本的那个 place， 而且这个地方呢，就是你当初呢 obtained 的，这个 obtain 就是你 bought， 你在那边买的嘛，所以你在哪个地方买的，你就要把这个东西呢，归还到那个原本的地方。
Yeah, so to the original place where you obtained it. So that where is talking about 什么地方呢？ Where you obtained it， 你在哪里取得这个东西 obtain。
没错。
However, if it is too far to visit, you can bring your omamori to another shrine or temple that accepts omamori from elsewhere.
好，就像比如说呢，我们讲说，可是比如说日本我又不常去，对不对？像这个 Stephen 老师拿到的这样子，或者是呢，你可能就算你是当地日本人，你可能去了其中一个寺庙或神社，可是它距离你们家太远怎么办呢？所以他这边就讲了，如果实在是距离来说是太远，你没有办法到访的话呢，那这时候你就把你的这个御守带到任何一个这个所谓的神社或者是寺庙，但是你要确定这些神社跟寺庙呢 ，that 他们都愿意接受从其他的神社跟寺庙所来的这一个所谓的御守，因为我们知道每一间的寺庙或神社，它的御守都会长得不一样，或上面会有它的寺庙的名称。那你如果把 A 寺庙的带到了 B 寺庙，那你要确定 B 寺庙他们愿意接受这样的一个御守。
So that last word there, from elsewhere, you could also write from somewhere else. Okay, but this is just making it into one word, elsewhere.
对。
All right. So that's all the time we have for today. Tomorrow, we're going to continue talking about the omamori. So we hope to see you then.
OK，拜。
Bye-bye.